The once a mighty retail giant Sears went bankrupt in 2018. Now about all that remains of the company is a website.
In its heyday, Sears printed about 315 million catalogs a year that featured everything from clothing to furniture to tools and toys. And at one point, not only did Sears sell made-to-order homes that came in a kit, it also sold mail-order barns. Well, one of those rare barns is near Odebolt in northwest Iowa. It was almost razed, but it's been saved by a hardworking family, and the restoration efforts are the focus of today's hometown history.
When we first moved down here, we used it as our gift shop, and we were a dried flower business at the time, so the haymow had dried flowers hanging all over in it.
What started as a small garden center at their home nearly 40 years ago has now moved to a nearby farmstead and blossomed into a wedding and event venue featuring flower gardens and this once neglected and dilapidated Sears barn.
There were 72 spreaderfuls of manure. It was within about 2 feet from the floor here, or the haymow floor. We were fortunate the manure was dry, so it did not do any damage to the walls or anything, and we ended up using it for compost in our gardens.
What are now gardens was 7 acres of thistles and junk, a years-long cleanup project for Jack and Jane Hogue.
But we had a vision, we could see gardens amongst the weeds. When you start with a big mess, every day you see progress.
And we have a hummingbird garden and a bee garden and a butterfly garden, and we have different plants in these gardens that attract those insects.
It was the gardens that first attracted the attention of future newlyweds. The barn became an added necessity.
We needed a place to be inside for the food line and then in case of rain.
There are a number of clues that this is a Sears barn.
This one we decided was $695, and that included all the lumber, all the windows, all the paint for two coats of paint, all the shingles, but no labor.
A sign tacked high above the rare laminated rafters says they were made by Rilco, the Rock Island Lumber Company of Albert Lea, Minnesota.
Let's head up to the haymow.
The farmers always said the haymows were always 15 to 20 degrees hotter than it was outside.
Okay, so explain to me what's unique about this.
Well, the curved rafters are so strong that it doesn't need any support, any poles out in the middle, so farmers really like that. So when they were putting hay up here, they didn't have to put the bales of hay around the big posts out in the center.
There's also a wainscoted ceiling, and former students who attended the rural school that's also on the property remembered seeing it going up in the early 1940s. The Hogues also bought and restored 3 old wooden granaries that were made by the Green Gable Granaries Company in Ottawa during the 1930s.
It was solid sides, and we just cut the sides out to make it into the gazebo for weddings.
The Hogues say a lot of people have come a long ways over the years to buy flowers and celebrate memorable events in their lives, not only becoming good friends, but admirers of their efforts to keep part of American history alive.
I think a lot of people do appreciate seeing older buildings restored.
Now, the Hogues business, the Prairie Peddler Gardens, will officially celebrate its 40th birthday Sunday, August 3rd with their popular Moonlight Garden Party, but you need to make a reservation.